Humans, it is the time for you to remember. It is the time for you to receive the messages which Source has been sending you all along. Oftentimes, we will have conversations with humans, and we will speak to them about starting to speak with themselves, to have a conversation with themselves. And sometimes they become startled at what they find, because they start to notice that they are asking themselves questions and themselves is answering them. And they say, I don't know who this is. I don't know this side of me, because all along I've just been escaping from myself. I've been escaping from my body. I've been trying to have all these outer body experiences because it's very difficult for me to be in my body, in myself. And as they start to connect with themselves, they notice that they begin to connect with Source. So it is a very powerful time on planet Earth right now, because energy has been speeding up and so many humans are noticing that the things that they are manifesting now are not just, for the first time they're being aware of this, even though it's been happening all along, where they notice, oh, it's not just affecting me, it's affecting everyone. And what that person is creating is not just affecting them, it's affecting me as well. Why? Because you chose to come in this co-creative environment precisely to play, precisely to witness the perfection of all that is. And yet you experience so much suffering, and you say, well, we experience suffering because of everything that so-and-so is doing and such has done to me. It is very true that there are forces on planet Earth that function in a way which they want to expand their physical dominion. And so what they do is they do this sort of control by manipulating the human mind, because they very well understand that if you can get enough people to believe in something, then it becomes truth to them. And as it becomes truth to them, they begin to make it so real within themselves that it begins to manifest in the world without. And so now this way of controlling humans has become very common, because humans have noticed other ways of physical violence, and they say, we're aware of that, we know what you are doing, and so the game has become more sophisticated. And because it has become so more sophisticated, it is important for humans to begin to learn more about themselves and to notice that the way in which they are controlled is not necessarily through physical force, but through their minds being manipulated through different ideas. So many humans have noticed this in the way in which they are bombarded nowadays with so many ideas and so much information. They say, I do not know what to listen to. And the idea of listening to themselves is very foreign, because for many humans, themselves is not their true inner higher being. For themselves, they do not even know how to connect with their true higher being, because there's so much noise in their mind. Sometimes in our early conversations with humans, their ego self, what you call their ego self, we call it mental noise, is still very strong. And they say, this is what my inner self is telling me. And upon further investigation of really connecting with their inner self, they'll say, oh, what I thought is my inner self is not really my inner self, is another layer of illusion. And this is why so many humans avoid going within, you see. So many humans get focused without, and we say that's fine to focus without, to want things out there, because desire sets forth for you a inner calling to be and do something. But as you set this desire for something out there, you start to connect to something else, which is an inner state of being. And you notice that when you are out of alignment with that inner state of being, you are out of alignment with what you want, and therefore you do not get what you want. And when you are aligned with this inner state of being that feels so good, then you get what you want. But how do we stay there, most humans say? Well, oftentimes, many humans will say, well, if I just make list upon list upon list of the things that I want, and if I just work very, very, very hard for what I want, then I will get it. Now, there is nothing wrong with physical work, meaning effort that you put into doing what you want, but it will only get you so far. And so much of the world out there is done so that you can put in a lot of effort out there, a lot of effort and physical action. But so many humans put any of that effort and work to discover who they are and how to do what it is that they want to, what it is that puts them in a state of well-being that then allows for them to bring about the things that they want. What do we mean by this? You've heard us speak about this inner mental noise and how it is used to control and manipulate many humans. Well, the truth is that humans are in complete charge of what they allow and what they listen to. All right? It simply requires you that you turn your attention away from all that information out there to something else within. However, what happens with so many humans is that as they turn the attention within, they don't like what they see. They say, nah, I do not like this. This is not who I am. You know what? I'm just going to take the easy way out. What can I eat? What can I consume? Who can I blame? What pill can I take so I can begin to feel a little bit better, because trying to do it from the way in is just not working out for me. I do not like what I see. Because what they are becoming aware of is the lower vibrations that they are carrying. And so when they become aware of the inner vibrations they are carrying, they become fearful. Because they say, I do not know this side of me. I didn't know I was so judgmental. I didn't know I was so mean. I didn't know I was such a monster. And we say, very well, you are doing exactly what you must be doing. You are becoming aware of the inner noise. Because the longer that you keep the inner noise alive, that inner noise is only a match for that outer noise. And that is how most humans are being manipulated, because the inner noise is already going. And so they do not have the clarity to discern what is not noise. And so they are a match for that noise that is coming forth to keep them controlled and manipulated. So as they begin to notice who they are, they begin to notice the lower vibrations they are carrying. We say, you are in charge, you have a choice. And as you sort of come face to face with this inner noise, you can choose whether to listen to it or to say, you know what? Thank you very much, but I see you for what you are. I see that you are an illusion. I see that you are a lie. And I choose to let you go. And the more and more that you do this each day, you begin to uplift and you start to feel better and you say, ooh, I stopped believing the lies. I'm discovering the truth and it feels good. And my inner truth lets me know if I am in alignment with it. And when I'm not in alignment with it, when that outer noise from the world out there comes in, ooh, I know what it is. I see it for what it is. I see what it is doing. I see how it is trying to hold me in bondage. But before you can see how the outer world is holding you in bondage, you must first see how you are holding yourself in bondage. By carrying on these little vibrations, there's very low little vibrations that tempt you to stay small, that tempt you to fear yourself, to fear others, to fear your life. You carry them with lots of proof. You say, I have lots of proof. You say, look, Seven, I have all this proof. The proof is in the pudding, you say. And you know what the pudding is? It's all my memories. It's all these experiences that prove that my life sucks, that men suck, that women suck, that the outer world sucks. It is all, the proof is in the pudding. Here it is. It's too much. You say, let me escape right now. Let me do all those outer things that allow me to get out of my body, because that's the only thing I've always known. We say, come into your body. Your body is a gift. Come into your feelings. Your feelings are a gift. Allow them to speak to you. Allow them to communicate with you. What are they saying to you? What are they telling about you and who you are and what you're about? And sure enough, you'll start to notice that the pure you is buried under so much of that inner noise that is keeping you in low vibrations. And as you start to listen to yourself and to pay attention and to align yourself with how Source sees you, wow, you say, wow, I feel myself lifting up. All of the time, not just some of the time. And I'm beginning to see my inner truth. Isn't this good? Isn't this fun? So get in there. See who you are and what you're about. And release yourself from that bondage. Release yourself and release everything that you are holding on to in bondage. And everyone that you are holding to in bondage. You know, you humans have so many other humans living inside of you. And you say, I have all these voices. Well, release them. You will have the power to release them and to allow your voice, your true inner voice, that it has a direct dial-up to source. It is a powerful time right now to do this because energy is speeding up, manifestation is speeding up. You will be aided greatly along. Those who receive the call and answer the call will be greatly aided in this process. But first, you must answer the call. And you must say, yes, I am willing to show up for myself every single day and see who and what I am about. And that's when you begin to see source. Creation. Yourself as a creator. Yourself as all that you are. Woo! There is goodness there. There's fun there. There's adventure there. There's freedom there.